name is Kurt Chiddock, and I am the President CEO of Simply Country Incorporated. I worked with my dad in the hay fields as a young man, drove hay trucks when I was 10 years old. I have always been around hay. In fact, even to this day, I still have 2 feed stores and I still broker hay. My father retired in 1986. I bought the store from him on his retirement, and I own it to this day. I actually have my son Nick, who's 3rd generation, who's still involved in the business. So here locally in the Northern California area, we've been involved in the feed business for 50 years. Well, I started to think about it a little bit and realized the nature of our business, how it was changing, and how people were more interested in more natural, organic methods of feeding their animals. Fodder feeds like grass. In other words, the nutrition that's available, it's not assimilated in the animal, it's no longer grain, it's sprouted, so it's a plant. After 6 days, you'll pull fodder off the tray. It'll look like this. It's about 18 to 20 pounds of fodder. So when you take that and feed it to your livestock, your horses, your poultry, whatever you're going to feed to, it's going to make for a great nutritious meal for them. We use a tremendous amount of water, chemical fertilizers, etc., and when we produce our forage for animals, that's not necessary when you produce fodder. Fodder will use a little less than 3% of the water necessary for standard production of any forage crop. The other interesting benefit is, just to give you an example, a unit that produces 1,200 pounds of fodder a day, which is 218 ton a year, occupies a space of 200 square feet. In that 200 feet, you can produce as much feed as you can produce on 30 to 40 acres of farmland. This is where we manufacture and assemble fodder systems. Traditionally here at Simply Country, we have manufactured fodder systems as people order them, so they're really a custom-built to-order system. What we've found as we've gone through this process of the last several years of building fodder systems, there's many people who would like to have a system that is more readily available, meets their need as far as being a less expensive unit, but still will accomplish the goals of the fodder systems that we produce, which is a totally climate-controlled environment, so it produces fodder much more efficiently. So we've employed Kickstarter to help us with this process. We have developed the ecosystem, which meets those needs for those backyard farmers and hobbyists who desire to have a smaller system, really don't want to wait too long for a custom-built system, so that we have them ready to ship and they're for immediate delivery. What's kept us motivated to continue to build fodder systems here. We know from tests that we've done at universities, we've done some digestibility study tests, we've done some lactation tests, and we've seen some definite reasons to know that fodder does improve digestion, it does increase the health of the animals, and it is highly beneficial. We also know from numerous customers who report to us on a regular basis that economically it's a great benefit to them. Some have reduced their feed costs to the point to where they now become much more economically viable. So from a commercial standpoint, it has great value. Also from a backyard producer standpoint, it has great value just for the mere fact that you have a fresh supply of green feed year-round without any concerns about what's going on in the hay market or whether it's a drought, so what kind of conditions you have in your range, and etc. And that's a brief history of how we got involved in fodder and a brief overview of some of the good points and why fodder is beneficial to you and to your animals.